Hello and welcome to the Paul Pluta channel. The Paul Pluta channel. This is where we do paid reviews, fuckers. And this is the best wristwatch paid reviews in the industry. I'm Archibald Chesterfield III, the method actor who plays Paul Pluta. Remember, like, subscribe, and tell your fuckhead friends about the channel. And please don't forget, look in the description for 10 ways to keep me full-time. Man cannot live on Google Ads alone. I need your help. Otherwise, I gotta get a job and stop making vids. Okay, this is from Noah. Hello, Arch. I'm writing to you for a collection review and advice on a next piece. You have previously reviewed my collection, but there have been some changes, and I need to know your opinion. Below is my very modest working man's trio. I'm a fucking working class man too. I love collections where somebody, you know, they don't fucking just stick their mouth on the beer nozzle and just drink. I like people who've had to save and sacrifice and, you know, they've had to fucking do the hard yards. So his trio, number one, a Rolex Explorer 1, reference 214270. He's got a Tudor Heritage Black Bay Crimson ETA movement. He's got a NATO and a bracelet on it. And he's got an Omega Speedmaster Man on the fucking moon. Man on the moon. And that's the one with the big fuck off box. Okay. I've had to condense this down due to financial reasons. I understand. Selling off an Omega Speedmaster Racing, a Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso Duo, a Jaeger-LeCoultre Master Control Date, and a Rolex Explorer 2 Solid N-Link Polar. The Explorer 1 is my daily wearer now, and I find it damn near perfect for any situation. The Tudor is my weekend specialty activity watch that is okay if it gets a little banged up. And the Speedy is just there to make me happy whenever I need it. I feel the same way. You've spoken on each watch I currently own on the channel on many occasions. So now I know you like each piece individually. What I would like to know from the Pontiff is what you think about them as a trio. Have I selected pieces that fit together? Does it pop or does it flop? While I love hearing about watches individually, I really like the recent idea of reviewing the collection as a whole and how each piece plays off the others. This is what I need to know from you about my modest steel collection. Also, you will notice that there are no date complications on any of my pieces. After much trial and error, I have recently discovered that I generally dislike dates on the dials of watches. It is one reason I miss my Reverso so much and what bothered me about the Explorer 2. The next piece I would like to add to the collection is a Z Blue Rolex Milgauss, also with no date. What is your opinion of this watch and how it fits in the collection? $50 US, coming to you via PayPal for this review. Just because I may have financial problems doesn't mean I skimp on donations to the Pontiff. Thanks, Archie, and keep up all the great vids. Noah, fire out. What an honor, sir. What an honor and a delight. And I gotta tell you, I really like what the guy's saying, because he's got an Explorer 1, he's got a Tudor, and he's got a Speedy. My Speedy says hello to you. Now, I gotta tell you, that is a very good question. How does the collection work together? And that's a really interesting thing. And I'm really sorry to hear you had to sell off some pieces. I've fucking been there. I've been there before. Believe you me, man, I've been there. And I gotta tell you, it's interesting what you say about the date function, because I myself what I find is that with the date feature on a watch, I'm very anal. I hate having the wrong fucking date in the window. You know, if you've got a watch with a date function, I want the right fucking date. Nothing more pisses me off when you're setting the date and it's the wrong AM PM. You know, at midday it changes. Fuck! I hate that. So let's have a look at this question here, and I think it is a really interesting thing you're saying there. And I got to tell you, when I yes, I'm a value shopper. I buy things that are good bang per buck. But it's funny, you know, when I was looking for a Patek, because I've owned a few, I had the 5107 Calatrava, which has a date. I had the annual calendar, which had date, day, and month. And I got to tell you, when I was looking for a Patek again, because I'd sold those off due to financial reasons, I really wanted a Patek that didn't have a fucking date. And I got to tell you, my Omega Speedmaster, no date on that, because it's not the fucking automatic one. And I mean, if this is if it's sleeping, meaning that I haven't worn it for a while and I want to, all I do is set the fucking time, wind it, and off I go. There's no fucking around with the date. And when I wanted a Patek, I wanted the same thing. I don't want to fuck around setting the date, because a lot of the time when you fuck these Pateks up, it's when you're trying to set the date correct all the time. So that feature can fuck up watches there. That's how I fucked up the AP, the Royal Oak, because I was constantly, when I wore it, I want the fucking date right. I don't want the wrong date. I want the correct date. I'm fucking anal like that. So I get what you're saying. I understand exactly. I gotta tell you, I still like having a date piece in the collection. I've got two. I've got my Reverso Grand Date, which it is an 8-day power reserve, so even if I don't wear it for a week, it'll still be running correctly. And I got the Explorer 2. But when I bought the Patek, I wanted a Patek which didn't have a fucking date. It also doesn't have seconds. Did you know that? The world time does not display seconds. It's minutes and hours only, which it's quite an interesting thing. So to answer you, I understand you. I hear you. I can understand when you got multiple watches. If you got one watch, yes, it's great to have a date. But if you don't constantly wear it, it'll be wrong, and it's a bitch. You can fuck them up then. So to answer to look at your email there, yeah, I agree wholeheartedly with what you're saying. You are so right. And I gotta tell you, I'm a bit sad. You had a Speedmaster Racing, yep, that's a bit sad. The Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso Duo, that's a bit sad. Master Control, that's a bit sad. And the Explorer 2, I actually love the date on the Explorer 2. I don't know, that's just my feeling on it there, but fair enough indeed. And I agree, you've got to have, the collection has to gel. It really does. And I look at my collection now, and I'm a fucking working stiff, okay? I gotta do things. I can't just do nothing, you know? I've got to fucking do things, otherwise I'll starve. And I really agree. It's nice to have a collection that fucking pops. And I think I got it now. I've got the Omega Speedmaster Man on the Moon as my manual wind chronograph. I got the Explorer 2 as my GMT function watch with date. It's also waterproof. And I've got the Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso Grand Date as my steel dress watch on a black alligator strap, and as my ultimate fuck off, get out of my face, you piece of shit, Patek World Time. And I gotta tell you, I think a balanced collection gives you that extra zing. I think my collection is more than just the 4 pieces in it. So, I gotta say, in your case the Explorer one, yes, I approve. That's the bigger one. Tudor Heritage Black Bay. I love the crimson. I love it. I love it. I love it. Explorer one. Tudor Heritage Black Bay. And you got a Omega Speedmaster Man on the fuck. Man, the collection is pop. That's starting to pop. It's starting to pop. And I love that. I really love the Explorer one. That's a really cool piece. Very, very heritage type piece. I love the Tudor Black Bay. And I love the Speedmaster. So I think you're moving in the right direction. And the other thing is too, I mean, you've enjoyed these things. Life would be very dull if everything we had we bought, and you know, sometimes life's a bitch. We gotta fucking sell off things and we can regret it, but at least we've enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? At least you've fucking enjoyed it for a certain period of time. Now, in your case there, you're saying, I'd like to add to the current collection a Z Blue Rolex Milgauss. A Rolex Milgauss Z Blue. I think that would work. I love the blue one. I love the blue one. I really like the blue, actually. I've got a thing for blue. I do love blue. I had the gold sub, for fuck's sake. I mean, how could you not love blue if you had a solid gold sub with the blue dial? But I gotta tell you, I'm a really big fan of the Milgauss. I think that is fucking gorgeous. I think it's, you know, people are starting to say, oh, get an Air King. No. The Milgauss is, the blue Z Milgauss, the Z Blue Milgauss is fucking cool. Get it. Get it. Try and get one pre-owned, please. If money's tight, working class guys like me and you, we've got to buy stuff pre-owned, so if we do have to sell it, we're not going to take a bloodbath. And I gotta say, I think that'd really work in well. The other thing you might want to consider is, and this is up to you, what do you think of a collection where you've only got one brand per watch? So in your case, you've got Rolex is Explorer 1, Tudor is your Heritage Black Bay, Omega is your Speedmaster, maybe a 4th piece, and this is just an idea, maybe a Reverso, like a tribute to 1931. Ooh, that's also, you can get that, no date. That's a really cool piece. Depends if you want a dress watch or, I mean, I suppose you'd fucking wear the Milgauss more, you know. I mean, sometimes these rules are meant to be broken. I think you'd wear the Milgauss more. It's more usable. You know what I mean? It's just, Rolex is so fucking usable. I always liked it as a pair as well. Let me just say this, that to have an Explorer 1 and an Explorer 2, I think that's a really cool combo deal. But I can't fault you for getting a Milgauss. I think that's a great watch. It's a super cool watch. The only other thing is, would you go a Datejust? Like a 16234, you know, steel with white gold bezel? Would you do that? Because I mean, on the used market, the Milgauss is pretty strong. See, so just looking, just playing devil's advocate there. It's but I think this is how life is. It's good to go through life and have these contemplations. And look, you've got a great 3 pieces there. That's really good. I like hearing from guys who have to struggle, and life's not fucking easy for some of us. It can be fucking hard, and I got a lot of respect for someone who's had to sell things off because of financial reasons. I've fucking been there. Yes, I've been there. People say, oh, how could you sell it off? Because I had fucking owed a lot of money. You understand? You get the fucking statements. I mean, it's great owning beautiful things. It's not so cool when you get fucking bank statement, you owe this, and you try missing a payment, see what the fuckers say. You know, they ain't your fucking friends. Let me give you the drum. So I got a lot of respect for you there, Noah. I love it. I love it. And I really like your collection. I really do. I really do. And I can't fault a Milgauss. Can't fault a Milgauss. And the Z blue is super cool. Yep. I love the blue. I'm a fucking blue. I'm a sucker for the blue. I'm a sucker for blue. Okay, I'm a sucker for the blue. So there you go. Archie Luxury on the Poor Pluta channel. Tell me what you fuckers think of that.
We specialize here in pre-owned Rolex watches. Rolex watch is a very special timepiece, and we always do the servicing exactly as factory specifications. We buy a pre-owned piece and we put it into brand new condition. We have Rolex certified technicians working on that. We completely disassemble the piece, we adjust and polish and change every single part of the watch.
You have to have certified watchmakers that know what they're doing. If you have an expensive car, you're just not going to bring it to any mechanic that doesn't know what they're doing.
You spend $5,000, it's like if you put money in the safe deposit box. And 1 or 2 years from now, you will keep having your $5,000. We have to spend a lot of money to get all this equipment together, but makes me feel I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. It's not a question of money, it's my passion.
Jewelers on time, simply the best.